Hey, my last video did really well. It surprised me. I've got some good feedback on it, so I thought I'd make another one, briefly outlining my routines for caring for my beard. As you can see, it's a little bit longer than last time. I'm trying to grow it out. My goal is to get it, down to my waist, and we'll see how that goes. But I thought I'd share my usual routine. I have different routines depending on what it is I'm doing, but my everyday routine. I work as a mechanic, so my beard gets all sorts of stuff in it. I have to wash it every day. There's nothing I can do about that. So I'm not going to go all out every morning. A couple of things that I need to do to make sure that my beard's tangle free, it's comfortable for the day, and it's protected as best it can be from the elements. The main thing to do first thing is, of course, brush the beard, for which I have one of these. These go by many different names. It's a teaser brush. This is the head jog from the Body Shop. There are some really good brushes out there. I really like this one because it's got the extra bristles and the brush underneath, so I can really get through the beard. That's always the first step. Brush it out, get it nice and smooth, detangled. Get the mustache there as well. Once that's done, next step, always my favourite step, the beard oil. Of course, I am using Odin's Virtue by the Beard Struggle. I've tried a couple of their scents now. I keep coming back to this one. It's my favourite, it's my girlfriend's favourite. It smells the best. There are lots of different techniques for applying beard oil. The reason I like the drippers, my favourite way to do it, is just to drip it in directly into the beard. Again, there's no point going overboard for me. This isn't a look thing. I'm not going for a really smart looking beard today. I'm going to work. So I get a couple of drops on each side here, and then I obviously get nice and deep into here, and then I run the dripper over the beard. So you can see I filled that thing. I've literally only used 3 or 4 drops. I don't want to waste good oil for a day at work because I'm going to come home and wash it out anyway. Once that's in there, I need to brush that oil through my beard now. Smooth it out. And you can see the oil does so much work already. I mean, the beard's already relaxing, smoothing it out. It looks a lot better already. And I haven't really done anything. So the Beard Struggle products that I use, I'll put a link in my description for the best stuff available on the market. I have my own discount code, is JMcGee15. You get 15% off all of their products. I do of course have the heated brush. You've seen that in a previous video, but this, like I said, this is my before I go to work routine. That's pretty much most of what I would normally do. If I'm looking to smarten it up a little bit more, I put on some beard balm, which I'll show you now. Again, the Beard Struggle, best stuff out there. Again, it's Odin's Virtue. You shouldn't really mix the scents. You'll end up with some funky smelling beard. You start mixing scents. I keep everything the same. My other favourite is the Ragnarok Finale scent, but the Odin's Virtue. My girlfriend says it smells like Christmas, but to me it's a great smell, and it lasts for a long time as well. So with the beard balm, it's like a wax base to it, so you need to work it in with your palms, warm it up, essentially melt the wax a little bit. The advantage to this stuff is you see like all these flyaways that I get in the beard. This stuff is going to hold those down. So I smooth it into the sides first. This is where the worst offenders are, and then I brush it over the front here. So that's going to smush my beard down a little bit, but we'll brush it through in a second, it's fine. Just like that. And then we brush that through, just like so. So you can see my beard starting to gain, a nice shape to it. Using the wax and the oil, it's going to really help give you some clean lines. My beard could do with a little trim, so it's a little rough around the edges at the moment, but like I said, I'm going longer. The mustache is of course very important, and when you're growing your mustache, again, my goal is I'd like to grow it. I don't want to trim it. You know, some people they trim it flat with their lip, which is great, that works for some people, but it's not what I want. I want a big mustache. So we're working on that. Again, the mustache can be problematic if you don't treat it right. That's where this beard balm really comes in handy. Again, like I say, it's a wax based, it contains beeswax. So what I'll do is I'll take just a little fingertip, I'll rub it on this balm over here, melt the wax, and then I'll smooth that directly onto the mustache. You may get a couple of bits of the wax left in there, that's fine. That will all melt and brush through in a second anyway. Just like that. On the other side. Again, this is going to help hold that mustache out the way a little bit. You don't want it hanging over your mouth all the time, because as anybody with a big mustache knows, it can be a pain, especially when it gets to lunchtime and it's time to eat. The one that's in there, you'll see that that has picked my mustache straight out of my mouth. No more eating the hairs. Keeps it out the way. Looks great. The advantage to having a big mustache is I get to have that scent under my nose all day too. So you know, when you're working in a workshop or you're working somewhere stanky, you've got that nice smelling beard, you can use it to cover up those smells. That's pretty much a straightforward morning routine. Like I said, I have other routines. I have my weekend routine, I have my going out routine, I have my dressing up routine. They all differ depending on what I'm doing on a day-to-day. This is my everyday. So I'm going to go to work like this, you know, I'm going to slob around the house like this, but you have to do this every day. This isn't anything special. You've got to oil the beard, you've got to balm the beard, you've got to keep it soft. Most of the compliments I get about my beard is how soft it is, how straight it looks. You know, a lot of people will compliment how smart it looks. It's not scruffy looking. You know, it's yeah, it's getting there. I'm really happy, and the Beard Struggle products are what's made it possible. I've used lots of different products. You know, in my cupboard underneath me here, I've probably got 20 different types of oil. None of them do what the Beard Struggle products do. So my advice is click the link in the description, use my discount code JMcGee15 and get yourself the best stuff you can get.